Hello, much blessings. And now I just want to remind us that so-called evolution of our consciousness happens through integration of all previous perspectives that we were focused upon into larger perspectives. So yeah, it is always inclusion into a bigger awareness on all that is, all that we are as infinite divine beings. So for example, where some of us sometimes falls short is when we give so much meaning into certain points of view, into certain perspectives, maybe on certain thoughts that arises in our minds and emotions that arises in our bodies. And when we focus upon certain perspectives, we can feel shameful, guilty about it, even fearful, or we can feel hatred. And when we try to get rid of those perspectives, or we try to hide them, avoid them, compensate with something else, and it is usually yes, falling short. It is like postponing your integration and evolution process. And that ironically creates even more undesirable, unpleasant experiences that only catalyzes your awakening into unconditional love, into unconditional acceptance of yourself as a whole. So yeah, when you unconditionally accept yourself with all the thoughts, with all the emotions, with all the perspectives and stories and actions and so on, then you can expand your perspective and just seeing all of those different aspects of yourself as just different facets of multifaceted mirror of your infinite being. And yes, that mirror reflects you as a whole, as all that is. And in that way, all the reflections, all the different reflections of you are absolutely integral and support each other. Everything supports everything. So there is total equality between all of those reflections of yourself, between all of those different ways in perceiving this unbounded reality of existence. So yeah, expansion, this positive, joyful expansion happens through unconditional acceptance, unconditional love, and inclusion. Yeah, when you include previous stories about yourself into a larger story of yourself, or vice versa, in that limited story that you are focused upon, you add more reflections, you include more variety, more different ways into looking at the same story, and that makes this story more expansive, more integral, more positive, more resonant with that infinite being that you are. And yes, the most important point in all of this is to also keep this feeling that you are this infinite being, and nothing that you perceive limits you. So you don't need to be shameful or guiltful about anything. It's just different reflections of you, of us, of all that is, and it is unconditionally accepted, allowed, and loved, just as it is. It is perfect. It is all perfect reflections of these different aspects, of different knowledge that always can be useful for us as these divine beings, as these divine co-creators of this never-ending story of our existence. So yeah, through that deepest knowingness that you are this infinite being, all integration happens in the most smooth and harmonious way. Because you are not, when you are not overly fixated on something and you're just allowing everything to flow through that infinity, through that eternity that you are. Change of perspective and expansion of perspective is natural. So enjoy this natural flow. Enjoy this beautiful journey of evolution.